What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, back here for another predicted lineup, but not any predicted lineup. It is the North London derby. So these are going to be your Warriors taking on Arsenal in the North London derby. 4:30 kickoff at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Yes, I hope so too. But at home, you do usually see a performance and a reaction from the boys, so I'm backing them to do it again. Arsenal with a whole host of injuries, COVID cases, AFCON players at the AFCON. So they're very much depleted. We're slightly depleted as well, with three very much important players definitely out. As it stands, the game is going ahead, but Arsenal locked in talks with the Premier League. So we'll have to see what happens with that one. But Conte has been speaking his press conference, and what's he said in terms of team news?
Yeah, so bad news on Eric Dyer. He remains out of this game on Sunday, and in fact, he was talking, saying that he could be out until the international break, which is really, really bad news. He said that we have important players that probably will only recover after international break. So I think Dyer falls into that category. Romero, he didn't mention him, but I think I'm pretty sure he remains out for this one. Heung-min Son obviously not fit enough, and Bergwijn was asked by Conte to be fit enough to be on the bench. He said he's not 100% fit, but because of our lack of strikers, he asked if he was fit enough to be on the bench, and he said yes. So looks like Bergwijn's going to be available to play. No mention of Reguilon, but we're thinking he could be out as well.
Yeah, so they really are detrimental. Dyer is very much the big one for
Crucial.
me. Yeah, very crucial, because look, we'll get into the lineup now. We're going to go for a 3-5-2 formation. In goal, a return to the lineup for Hugo Lloris.
Yeah, don't know why he was rested, but he's definitely better be back in for this one.
Tell me about it. All right, Lloris in goal. First centre back we're going to be talking about, and that is Japhet Tanganga.
So he's had a poor run of form, hasn't he? And the only thing that makes us pick him is because I think in pre-season, I remember against Arsenal, he had a great game, and he should be up for the North London derby. Did he play at the Emirates? I think he did, didn't he? I think he played a right back at the Emirates, if I remember rightly. But he'll be playing a centre back this time, so hopefully it's better for him. We're going to need a much improved performance from the last few games if we're going to come away with the win. But we're going to keep with him.
Yeah, not like we have much of a choice. I mean, there is Joe Rodon, but that remains to be seen. But look, let's keep going. In the centre of the centre-back roles, we're going to go for Davinson Sanchez.
So Eric Dyer, Sanchez keeps that leadership role. And this just goes to show how, again, we're lacking in good depth, because Dyer is so crucial to us. And that with him not being there, all of a sudden, we're really, really short.
Yeah, and on the left-hand side, we're going to go for Ben Davies. But that back three just really does not fill me with any confidence whatsoever going into this.
That's the back three that played both legs against Chelsea, and they didn't impress whatsoever. Obviously, we're not going to be playing against the likes of Lukaku this time, but Arsenal's still a very good team. So it's definitely a cause for concern.
Yeah. Right wing back, Emerson Royal.
He has to retain his place. It was between him and Doherty, and it has to be Emerson Royal, I think, in this one.
So that's Emerson at right wing back. Left wing back, we don't think Reguilon's going to be ready. We don't want to see Matt Doherty there. We're going for Ryan Sessegnon.
Yeah, so we're not sure what's going on with Reggie. It's a bit of an odd one that we haven't really heard from him. I don't know why they didn't ask about him, but we think he's probably one of those players that Conte's thinking about. Maybe he's the COVID case. They say they're looking at a COVID case right now. I don't know. True. But I forgot to mention that as well. They said there's one COVID case they're looking at. But so we think Sessegnon was on the bench with a view of him starting on Sunday. So he starts.
So let me run through that back line with you one more time. So in goal is going to be Hugo Lloris. Centre-backs of Tanganga, Sanchez and Davis. Sessegnon left wing-back. Emerson right wing-back. The first midfielder in the trio is going to be Harry Winks.
Mm-hmm. He's obviously probably been our most informed player, and we think he's going to, and North London derby, it's going to be a big game, and he's a Tottenham youth product, so we think he's going to come through. He's going to come in.
Alongside him is Ollie Skip. Missed out the Emirates game, and it was detrimental to us, so Ollie Skip comes in.
Yeah, came off the bench in the last game against Chelsea and was decent, and we're definitely going to need his fight in this game, so Ollie Skip.
And the third man in midfield, we're going to go for the Viking, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg.
Bit of improved performance, I thought, against Chelsea in midweek, and obviously we're going to need his battling qualities in this game, so Højbjerg here, he has to start.
With Arsenal's depleted midfield, how much of an advantage will those three have in there for us?
It will have a big advantage, although I think Arsenal should be going with quite a defensive two. If let's say they go for White and Lokonga, that's quite a two which is going to be quite physical and up for a battle. So it would be a shame not to have someone like Lo Celso and Ndombele who's a bit more technical in there, just so we can have that ability to break him down potentially. But yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be probably those three, but hopefully we win the physical battle.
Yes, that's a midfield three of Winks, Skip and Højbjerg. Then moving up to the striking positions, I mean, that pretty much speaks for itself, doesn't it? It's going to be Harry Kane, and alongside him, it's going to be Lucas Moura. Yeah,
we really don't have any options, do we? So it has to be those two. Son injured. Conte saying in his press conference that we only have two fit strikers plus a half-fit Bergwijn, so that kind of goes into the mind of what he's thinking. He didn't say anything about Brian Hill, so I'm going to assume he didn't not think about starting him. So it's those two, and with Bergwijn ready to come on probably for 20 minutes or so if need be.
So let's run through that lineup with you one more time. Hugo Lloris in goal, Tanganga, Sanchez and Davis in the back three, Sessegnon left wing back, Emerson right wing back, Højbjerg, Skip, Winks in the midfield three with Lucas and Kane up top. With Arsenal's depleted side, is this enough to go and win the game this weekend?
It should be, but that back line does worry me. I think in terms of midfield and attack, we have enough to control the game, I think, against Arsenal's depleted squad. But Arsenal did dig in deep against Liverpool, and they did dig out a result. And even though they got a lot of players out, they still got a team which should be competitive, especially defensively. I think with their defensive mids in there, they're going to make it tough nut to crack. So I've got a feeling. I thought Dyer was going to be fit. With him being out, I think it's going to be 1-1.
1-1. Do you think that tiredness can play a factor in terms of Arsenal? Because they expended a lot of energy, 10 men against Liverpool for the majority of the game.
It could
Thursday night as well.
Could, but I don't think it'll be a massive thing.
All right, so Sim is going 1-1. I'm going to go 2-1 to Spurs. I think that we can show our authority in the North London derby, even with this lineup. I think Son's going to be a big miss. Dyer's going to be a big miss, but I still think we can get over the line. I think it's time for the Spurs fan base to be positive this weekend. We need all the positivity going into it, and we need the stadium to be at 100% in terms of volume and atmosphere. And we just need to go in there and teach them a lesson this weekend. We really do. And I think if we do get the early goal this weekend, I think we can get quite a few more.
Yeah, but I just fear a lack of leadership at the back. That's what I fear.
Yeah.
But the rest of the team, I'm not particularly worried about. And hopefully we can overcome Arsenal and especially take them to the sword. I'd love to see that. All
right, so that is your predicted lineup. I want to know your predicted lineups in the comment section below. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.